Welcome, everybody. First item on our agenda is to recognize three proclamations.
Domestic violence first.
All right, so we have a proclamation recognizing October's Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Who's coming up for that?
That would be me.
All right, come on up. Top, yeah.
You're a kid.
Domestic violence, yes.
So this is a proclamation recognizing October's Domestic Violence Awareness Month. We have Susan Nixon from the Lighthouse with us. Says, whereas domestic violence is a crime and includes physical assault, sexual abuse, stalking, and emotional, psychological, spiritual, and financial abuse, and domestic violence remains a pervasive issue across Fairfield County, the United States, and the world, with implications for personal and community health. And domestic violence does not discriminate and touches all communities, regardless of age, race, disability, gender, identity, or socioeconomic status. And research shows that by creating communities where people are connected, supported, and caring, you can reduce incidents of domestic violence. And every day in Fairfield County, individuals and organizations such as the Lighthouse play a part in supporting people impacted by domestic violence. And information about services can be found at www.lancasterlh.org. Now, therefore, the Fairfield County Board of Commissioners does hereby formally declare its respect and recognition of October as Domestic Violence Awareness Month. We urge all Fairfield County residents to become involved in efforts to present and respond to domestic violence and recognize the impact of domestic violence in our community.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's very important to note that last year, we obviously our fiscal year, we assisted over 5,100 people. So our numbers are up in the 30 percentile. So this is very, very important to us. We can't fundraise this month due to contract obligations, but you'll see purple throughout the city. And I would like to thank Auditor Brown. And not only did she light her office purple last night, her home is as well. So she'll be featured. We'll have her out on social media as well. So thank you very, very much for your support. And thank the Commissioner's Office for this. Thank you.
One, two, three. One, two. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
The proclamation recognizing October as Adopt a Shelter Dog Month. Whereas the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals promotes October as Adopt a Shelter Dog Month. The mission of the Fairfield County Dog Adoption Center and Shelter encompasses safety, compassion, innovation, and integrity with excellent service for both the animals and individuals. And there are currently shelter dogs in need of a safe and loving home. Fairfield County Board of Commissioners does hereby formally declare its respect and recognition of October as Adopt a Shelter Dog Month throughout Fairfield County. We urge all residents to consider adoption of a shelter dog and to contact the Fairfield County Dog Adoption Center and Shelter. I have two of these rescue dogs myself at home, and they are the best dogs I've ever had, and I encourage all of you to go get one today.
And Commissioner Fitz, he's been.
Yeah, I've got two and another one already. So go ahead and tell your.
So he's available for adoption. He's 7 years old. He's been with us since June. He has all other dogs. He actually lives with another dog at the shelter. And we are doing a senior dog special, so he is legally dog to adopt. Seniors.
We'll take it over here so I can get dog. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2.
Your best side.
There you go.
1, 2. Thank you.
Thank you. and Ely. The proclamation recognized in October as Cybersecurity Awareness Month. And where the Fairfield County Board of Commissioners recognizes that it plays a vital role in identifying, protecting its citizens from, and responding to cybersecurity threats that may have significant impact to our individuals and collective safety and privacy. And cybersecurity education and awareness are crucial for everyone, including large corporations, small businesses, financial institutions, schools, government agencies, the home user, and anyone who connects to the internet, be it with a computer, mobile phone, or other device. And monitoring your accounts, being conscientious of what you share online, keeping computer software up to date, creating unique passwords and changing them regularly, installing antivirus programs and firewalls, and using internet-connected devices safely are ways people and organizations can protect themselves from phishing, viruses, ransomware, and other types of malware. Now, therefore, the Fairfield County Board of Commissioners does hereby formally declare its respectful and recognition of October as Cybersecurity Awareness Month. And thank you, team, for all you do. We just shared everybody's address on what happened in the city of Columbus and the struggles that they're having with their cybersecurity after they got hacked. So, yeah, it's getting work.
Oh my, you can't promise that that won't happen, but we do our best. So in terms of cybersecurity, we think about threats and vulnerabilities. Threats, we can't really do much about. They're going to exist. But vulnerabilities, we can work to mitigate. And so just thank you to the leadership of the county for supporting our efforts to mitigate those as we try and serve, connect, and protect the citizens' data.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2.
Thanks. Check. And I was joined today by Brian Plummer. He's our security analyst within the IT department. So he's behind the scenes on a lot of this stuff.
So we have with us today Melinda Knight, is that correct?
One day.
One down, please.
Yeah, just. And Sarah, if you wanna, your team wanna join Linda and Ike and
Sure, that's just
And Dave, maybe if you want to do a little introduction of the award that they received this year.
So we yearly have the opportunity to nominate different parts of Spectrum Services Organization for statewide awards with the Public Utility Services Association of Ohio. And this year we had 2 different winners. So Ike and Melinda Carr were selected as the Foster Family of the Year for the state of Ohio. Ike and Melinda have been with us since 2001, and they were one of our COVID families. So we got them up and rolling. They have done just amazing, wonderful work. They have 2 children placed with them currently. I think they've had placements since literally 2 days before we licensed them, maybe. So we have had so many.
No grass growing.
Yeah, don't ask how that worked, but it did. We've had kids with them every single day. They do just amazing work, not just with the kids that we place with them. They do wonderful work with birth families as well. They do lots of supportive visitation and things of that nature. So a really cool and awesome opportunity for us to get them recognized at the state level. So we went out to the TCFAO conference a couple of weeks back, and they were recognized there. And come celebrate all their good work and all the good things they do. So do you want to speak?
We're just thankful. You know, like, I think Melinda and I, when we first started doing this, we
said
we just want to do the best we can for kids, but not only kids, families, and I think that's that's our goal, is just to be there for the community, because that's part of being there for our neighbor. And so we try to do that. I don't know, we're humbled by being recognized, because we feel like there's a lot of people out there that are doing the same thing. But we're just thankful to be recognized, and we just want to continue to do the best that we can for our community, and for the kids, and for the families. And we love them all, and we wish we could take 1,000 of them. We wish we could do that for everybody. And it's very rewarding to see the benefits of children and families, like the work that you put in. We see results out of that. So that's where we're really thanked. That's where we feel valued, is when we see those results. And we just want to continue to do that. And we thank everybody for the recognition and the award.
Oh, God bless you.
You couldn't do it without these guys right here, so.
Walnut.
And Dave, correct me if I'm wrong, but there was only one foster family of the year in the whole state of Ohio, and it was the Cars, right?
Yes.
Feel free to join in, guys.
It's actually on. Yeah, that's good.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Let's go ahead and just do Ruth, who was the caseworker or supervisor of the year as well.
Ruth also was recognized for her work as our adoption supervisor, and same ceremony, and got over that. So recognition for the great work she's done. She's onboarded basically a whole new team over the last 2 years as we've had promotions and retirements, things of that nature, and our adoption numbers continue to increase. So her good work was also recognized.
Speech.
Yeah.
Speech.
Well, I love speeches. So, but I said it very well. I just try every day to do the best I can for children and families. I'm really lucky to have a great team. The basic people are fantastic. They're all hard at work right now. Unfortunately, couldn't be here. Also thankful for the great leaders that I have. Be blessed.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay.
Sarah and team, thank you very much. I mean, that's pretty astounding to have 2 statewide award winners from Fairfield County. So
It's just we're proud of
I always said Fairfield County's the best. Let the people make it so. So the commission sets aside this time for public comment. If you wish to do so, please approach the podium and give your name and address, and we're limited to 3 minutes.
Ready?
Morning. My name is Ray Stevens. I live on 188. I think you can find me there most of the times. I'm thankful for people that do care for families that have difficulty. A lot of it is of their own decisions and making, but that doesn't put them aside that they don't need help. So I'm thankful that we do have an organization that does look to help these people at their time of need. And we need to be thankful for those people that are working and trying to help others always. We know that the help that we need, that's my phone that's ringing,
Yeah, don't
and I
people
thought
know
I turned
this
it
is the
down, so
time?
I wouldn't be hearing it, but it's coming. I get a lot of those calls every day. But right now, I want to thank the Lord for those people that do use their time to help others. Lord, as we come before you this morning, we thank you and praise you for those people that give of themselves, and it's only through the love that they show to others that solves the problems of this world. Of course, we know the only person that walked this earth that showed that love to us was Jesus Christ. And we thank you for the people that know him personally and they work for him to spread his word and his love. And we praise you and thank you now in the precious name of our Lord and Savior. Amen.
Thank you, Renee. Who would like to be next, please?
Morning, Sherry Pimer, you have my address. Just wanted to let you know, which you probably already do, that the Ohio Power Siting Board has issued a certificate of completeness, which really isn't complete. It's only like 10% basically, to Eastern Continental Solar. So the clock is ticking now. I wanted to let you know, I'm glad that we have not relied on solar the past few days for our electricity. Microsoft has now announced that it's involved in the restarting of 3 Mile Island nuclear. They're going to be, they have an agreement to buy all of the power from one of the reactors that they will restart. There's another one that's going to be starting up in Michigan again. And the got a couple articles here that the National American Electric Reliability Corporation is very concerned about the reliability of the grid, and that another 100 gigawatts is going to be retired. If PJM retires that, then they can be in trouble as far as reliability of electricity in our 13-state area and Washington, D.C. Yesterday, I got online and I took a look at, in real time, what was being produced. And at 9 o'clock in the morning, out of 90,773 megawatts in the 13-state area, only 1,178 was solar. At 11:40 a.m., which was pretty close to being, prime time for solar, there was still only 2,322 megawatts of solar being produced, and that's in a 13-state area. So rather than take up thousands of acres of solar, we would much rather take up a lot less land for nuclear, gas, even other renewables than to rely on that. So again, we ask that you write a letter to the Ohio Power Siting Board opposing this specific project and save the farmland. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Good morning. Stephanie Taylor, Habitat for Humanity of Southeast Ohio. I am excited to announce that we now have our 5th homeowner here in Fairfield County officially over on Arnie Avenue. So we dedicated that Friday at 11. So that's house number 5. 5 homeowners now in the county in the last 3.5 years, which is awesome. We're supposed to be digging on Grass Street today, foundation. So things are moving very quickly and a lot is happening. We also have 7 families and 2 organizations that are now proud owners of playhouses. So that was done at the Workforce Center on Thursday. It was a fantastic event. It went swimmingly. I think the best one yet, just from 4 years in now. I think we've kind of got it down and how it should work. So the playhouses, I'm always amazed how they turn out from blank canvas pieces to what they are when they're assembled and put together, and the themes that the sponsors and everyone come up with. So we had a lot of really good organizations involved this year. Eastland Fairfield Career Center, they had students there, and also Lancaster High School Stanberry also had their students there. So it was a great opportunity that our youth got involved in that we haven't had in the past. So we're looking to continue those partnerships. We'll continue to have them there each year, hopefully, and get them involved. So just want to share all those fun, exciting houses and playhouses that are now out and about in our county.
Thank you.
Oh, yes. I can't wait to see how that, because we had a lot of fun with it. So
We caught in the playhouse.
in the playhouse, yes, we were like two little children.
Hey, Stephanie, I do have a question for you. Normally I don't ask questions.
I love
Do you ever have a bad day?
Amazingly, you're not the first person to ever ask me that question. Yes, but you'll never see it. So
Well, we love your spirit.
thank you. I appreciate just being able to be here and have a good day with all of you. So thank you.
Very, very nice. Anyone else would like public comment at this time? Okay, moving on, anything on legal?
Nothing in particular unless you have questions about the road vacations that are currently being worked.
No, we'll get into the public hearing. So the public hearing was scheduled for 9:35, so we need to stay on that schedule. We had a listen learn, which they called off at the last moment. So we're going to move on to county administrative update on it.
All right, thank you, Commissioner. So the weekend review, a couple items here. Just a reminder that next Monday at 8 a.m. is the grand opening ceremony for the Fairfield County Fair. This is the 174th Fairfield County Fair. And as I understand it, we are the longest or oldest continuously running fair. Some fairs may claim to be a little bit older than us, but they don't have that continuous period of time of operating. We also will have offices closed next Friday, October 11th. For the fair, and allowing folks to go out there and be a part of that, either with their kids or just enjoying the fair on their own. Yesterday, the county did purchase the Colonnade Medical Center building, which is on Sheridan Drive here in Lancaster. The purchase was made possible by a $2 million grant from the state. The county health department is a tenant in that building, and the county did desire to no longer be in a leasing situation for that department, and also looking to relocate another county department that is currently leasing space into that same facility. We are renaming that the Sheridan Center, so stay tuned for more information on that. I appreciate John's work on that, Stacy's, and it has taken a village to get us to this point, so appreciate everybody's work. Anything else you want to add on that, John? More to come, right? Yep.
I think, just if I may, important to recognize Audie's work and leadership on this, kind of her vision. Took it from zero to completion with a lot of hard work and extra effort. So thank you to you and the entire team, but thank you to you for driving this.
Thank you. John and I are a good team on things like this, so I appreciate him helping.
So I would echo that same sentiment, but also I'd like to add Representative Ray and Miller, and also Senator Schaefer, because the additional $2 million which they provided, it probably wouldn't have happened without that assistance. So thank you for doing the work needed here in Fairfield County.
Yep. Takes a village, right?
That's it.
You will also see there's a resolution on today because, we don't let any grass grow under our feet here for the paving of the Colonnade, Sheridan Center. I have to get used to saying that, so that we can get started on that before the paving season ends.
And it's coming quickly. Paving season.
All right, highlights of resolutions. The review packet does contain a list of administrative approvals. We do have a little busier agenda today with 37 resolutions on the agenda. Couple of note here for you. I will point out There's one that you already recognize, the proclamations, that will be the official resolution there. We also have a resolution to vacate a portion of an alley in Walnut Township known as Fisher Street. The viewing for this petition was on September 24th, and the hearing will be this morning at 9:35. Also, resolution for additional appropriations of $165,000 from the general fund for juvenile court appointed attorney fees. And the engineer's office has submitted 15 resolutions. 12 of those are related to each of the 12 engineer viewings to consider the necessity for road, culvert, bridge projects. And those viewings occurred on September 10th and 17th, and the hearings occurred on September 24th. Engineer's office also has a resolution to schedule a township trustee meeting as required by ORC 5543.06, and 2 financial resolutions, with one appropriating from unappropriated and one to request appropriations for unanticipated receipts for Fund 3445 to be used for the Refugee Road project. Jeremiah, out of all that, anything else you want to highlight?
Busy. Now we're wrapping up construction season, getting ready for snow and ice, getting ready to build our salt barn. Things are moving forward. Appreciate it.
All right, wonderful. Thank you. We have a resolution for a fourth quarter recycling services budget revision from Community Action. This adjusts their benefits, disposal, salaries, and vehicle maintenance lines. Also have 2 CDBG resolutions from regional planning. Josh, you want to add anything on those?
We have a notice for
Perfect, thank you. And then lastly, a resolution from transit to appropriate from unappropriated for the ODOT grant fund 2908. And Bart, no budget update.
No, thanks.
We're getting ready to head into all the budget updates next week. So that will begin all the budget hearings next Tuesday, October the 8th, and we will go for the next 4 Tuesdays on that particular topic. Rochelle, calendar review and invitations received, please.
Thank you. The Regional Planning Commission has a meeting this evening at the Record Center at 6 p.m. The CEAO Central Region meeting is October 4th at 10 a.m. at the Champaign County Community Center in Urbana. The following invitations were received. Morpsey will host a summit on sustainability on October 29th at the Hilton Columbus downtown. The Workforce Center will have a ribbon cutting ceremony for the Engineering Tech Lab on November 6th at 4 p.m. The Ohio Council of County Officials will host a legislative reception on November 12th from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Ohio State House Rotunda, and the Fairfield 33 Development Alliance will have an economic update on December 13th, starting at 8:30 a.m. at the Workforce Center. The following correspondence was received: a flyer regarding the Adam H. renewal levy, an email from the Air EVAC Program Director regarding the Air EVAC Life Team in Fairfield County. The Auditor of State has provided the county's 2023 audit report and management letter. The report in its entirety is provided on the desk in front of you, and there are pieces of it in the review packet. From the Fairfield County Auditor, Dr. Carrie Brown, a memo on the website update and the fact sheets for the November 2024 ballot levy issues, the wins of the week, correspondence regarding industrial solar projects, correspondence and invitations regarding the Fairfield County Fair's livestock sales, which will be held October 10th, starting at 5 p.m., October 11th, starting at 10 a.m. And also from the auditor, we have the Auditor's Ledger news from the County Auditor's Office, her September newsletter. That is it.
Thank you, Rochelle. That's all, Commissioner.
Okay, so our first public hearing is scheduled for 9:35, so, we have to stay on that schedule. So I'm going to move into old business, Commissioner Fix, anything.
Yeah, so just a couple quick things. This past weekend, I was able to attend the nature fair held at Coyote Run, and our Parks District, our Soil and Water Conservation District, our Visitors Bureau, all were there with tables. It was kind of a rainy day, but there were a lot of people out there taking hikes through Coyote Run. Just really wanted to express my appreciation for David Haig for hosting events like that at his really cool property. We continue to meet with Millersport, Thurston, Walnut later today, and I'm going to visit Pleasant Township tomorrow night. Holly Matei from our Regional Planning Commission has been working with them on their land use plan, and they're redoing their zoning and has made significant progress. So we expect good results from that meeting tomorrow night.
Commissioner Davis, old business.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to participate in the
governing board meeting of the Major Crimes Unit this week. And in that meeting, in addition to updating the bylaws from 2014, we appointed Scott Duff as interim commander effective at 12:01 a.m. October 5th. He'll be replacing Commander Lowe, who has found another opportunity that's great for him. So we wish him all the best.
So I too attended the ribbon cutting dedication of the Habitat newest house. And you know what's so great about that? That was actually built at the Career Center. And so it gave, first of all, it gave the students real world experience on building a house. And then second of all, was moved there in sections, just like just like a modular house, but at the end of the day, it was a stick-built house. So it's the best of both worlds. Stephanie, you guys continue to do great work. So keep up the good work. Commissioner Fix, any new business?
Yes, tonight I have the opportunity. CCAO has put together a small dinner with commissioners from Fairfield, Delaware, Knox, Licking, and Fayette counties with the new director of the State Department of Development and leadership from the Ohio Chamber. Small group dinner to talk about the impact of major developments like Intel and Honda and how it impacts counties and how the state might be able to help us. More on that later.
Commissioner Davis.
Yeah, under old business, just thrilled to be at the ribbon cutting for the Arnie House. And I don't know if folks really understand it or not, but the land bank is a little bit of a funky thing, but land bank receives properties sometimes because they, people have fallen on hard times, haven't paid their taxes, left the house, dilapidated, mess or whatever. And so some of those properties come into the land bank. Then the land bank will work with Habitat for Humanity or possibly other similarly situated organizations if they have all their stuff in one sack, like Habitat does. But anyway, we're just really thrilled to be a part of the land bank, which makes us kind of a part of Habitat's success. We just love being a part of that and really appreciate Habitat, Stephanie, and all the folks that contribute to make a success like that happen.
So it's 9:35. Let's go for it. I'll open this public hearing. The first is to vacate, hearing to vacate unimproved public road, Fisher Street in Shell Beach and Walnut Township. First of all, the engineer would give us an overview of that.
All right, thank you, Mr. President. So basically, property owners in the vicinity of the Fisher Street, and are we doing both of those? I'm sorry.
Probably want to step up to the microphone so everybody can hear you. And we're just doing Fisher Street right now.
Thank you. So neighboring property owners in the vicinity of Fisher Street have requested that an alley or portion thereof alley that was constructed to be vacated. The alley, the vacation of the alley will not cause any any harm to any of the neighbors or any other parcels. There won't be any landlocked parcels. As per law, all utilities and ingress and egress that are using those will maintain their rights. I'll note that's an issue here. That is part of the law. That's the facts, but that's where we're at.
Okay, we'll do Fisher Street first. Do we have, any of the petitioners here for that? Would you please, approach the podium?
Good morning.
Good morning, Tom.
Thomas Corbin, here as petitioner and as co-executor and as attorney for parties in these proceedings. And you folks have viewed the premises, as we know, and it's very clear to us anyway that the premises were never developed and accordingly should be formally vacated or that they've been abandoned. And I think with our petition, we put two statutes forward that says that if it wasn't developed within 7 years, that it becomes moot. And then if it's not been utilized in any way for the last 21 years, that it's also to be vacated. We're hoping that the commissioners consider our position in that regard.
Very good.
Don't have a lot more to say. If you wouldn't wish for me to do so, I'll try.
No, that's,
Okay.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thanks.
so do we have any other opponents? Yeah. Any other proponents of this petition? Do we have any opponents of this petition? Engineer, would you, any final comments? Any others have any additional comments? Please.
I think obviously it goes to the hearing. There were a number of interested folks there. Us here today. Vacation makes sense, and always support it.
Very good. All right, we'll move on to the second hearing to vacate unimproved public road, Taylor Sandy Beach, also in Walnut Township.
So similar situation, same area, actually. Just another alley that was never constructed, has never been there, it's not being utilized. Same comments as the previous one. Vacation will not cause anybody to be landlocked or cut any access off of the parcels. Any utilities or access that currently use that right of way will maintain that right. I believe that's an issue here. It's facts of the vacation area.
So likewise, do we have the petitioner here for this property? So do we have any proponents of vacating this property here? Just state your name and address for the record.
Jerry Clymer, 3464 South Bank Road, Millersport. We actually own another property that is right down the street from that particular property. And it's on the map, it shows Main Street, but it's not. That's the old map. It's actually South Bank Road. And we have a property in the same Taylor Sandy Beach area that we had alleys that were never developed. And this is basically the same type of thing where nobody uses them and that type of thing. So there's no reason for it not to be vacated.
Any other proponents? Are there any opponents of this vacation? Okay. So this hearing is closed regarding these two vacations. Okay, moving on to the hearing to vacate the unimproved public, hearing to vacate a portion of Allen Road, TR 227, Walnut Township. Now that, 9:40, so we're within the time frame. Engineer.
Okay, so this vacation has to do with the construction of the Pickerington Road, Route 33 interchange that's going on. So anytime that the state of Ohio is doing a project that affects commissioner-owned roads and right-of-way that they own, this is one of the things that gets built into their process of not sure how I want to say this, a lot of lost for words here, but this is how ODOT starts the process with the commissioners on how they handle their right-of-way that's being affected by the project. So in this situation, we have a portion of Allen Road that is not constructed, it's not maintained, it's not gravel, but there is a commissioner right-of-way there. And that portion of Allen Road, the state of Ohio is requesting to vacate, and that is what is on the document. The vacation of that road does have impacts to multiple properties that are in the area. Some of those properties do use that right of way for ingress, egress. It's mostly for farming, but they do use it. There's also additional properties in the vicinity there that potentially could use this road that would not have that ability any longer. Also, Commissioner, for the record, representative from Violet Township trustees was at the viewing today and wanted or asked if I would express his concern over parcels losing access. They're in the area that I just spoke of. They also have a big concern over impacts of economic development in the area if access is taken away from these. That's all I have.
They offer a solution. Problem.
They did not offer a solution.
I'm going to ask the legal to comment at this time.
Generally speaking, based off of the ODOT process, it is the prosecutor's office understanding that commissioners do not necessarily need to act on this today, given that Form CS-19 and CS-16 are not in place. So if the commissioners are interested in moving forward with this process, if they indicate that in the minutes, there is no implication upon the 30-day limitation put forward at 55-3.0. And that could be for further discussion consideration.
So I'm going to ask if there's any proponents of this project, this vacation, I should say. Seeing none, I'll ask if there's any opponents of this vacation.
Morning, Commissioner. Richard Ricketts, Ricketts Co. LPA 11520, Pickerington Road, Pickerington, Ohio 43147. Here this morning wearing two hats. The first is in my position as legal counselor on behalf of the Hummel family. We have two of the Hummels here, Mike Hummel and John Hummel. And the second hat that I'm wearing is as a taxpayer of Fairfield County in respect of trying to see what is in the best interest of Fairfield County. First, let me say that no one in this county supports intergovernmental cooperation more than I do. I think that I have been very vocal about the fact that we need to do a better job on that front. And so I support collaboration with governmental entities. And the second thing that I want to say is I support the Pickerington Road off-ramp. I look forward to the economic development and the advantages that it's going to give to Fairfield County and Walnut Township. But in respect of this request, I think we have the cart before the horse. We have pending offers out now to landowners that are impacted, which include both the Hummel family and Fairfield County. And we need to have some solutions of those things. And those are a part of the discussions that are ongoing right now with ODOT. And those discussions need to continue. And as a part of those agreements, then in theory, I would expect that the parties that are impacted by this proposed vacating, which would be the Hummel family in Fairfield County, will be able to have a better opportunity to understand how they can be impacted positively by the vacating and by the construction of the Pickerington Road off-ramp, as opposed to looking at this as a singular item where this is clearly against the property rights of parties that own property in that area. So with that, I would respectfully request that the board at least continue this discussion into the future and let the process move forward that allows the parties to negotiate freely and openly, and hopefully we will result in agreements. Thank you.
Any others who would like to speak as opponents to this vacation? Anyone who would just like to make a public comment one way or the other? Engineer, if you would.
So at this point in time, Mr. President, I have no further comments.
I'll ask Commissioner Fix if he would like to.
So our county engineer, Jeremiah Up, and utilities director, Tony Vogel, and I had an opportunity to spend some time with folks from ODOT District 5 last week in conversation about this property or about this vacation. There's different things pulling in either direction, right? We absolutely want the Pickerington Road interchange to proceed. We absolutely want to maintain a positive relationship with ODOT. And at the same time, we need to protect the rights or the interests of Fairfield County and the Hummel family and other property owners in the area. So we are continuing that conversation with them. And so as a result of that, when it comes time to vote on this, I'm going to motion to table this until we can further those conversations and see if we can't reach a better conclusion.
Commissioner Davis. Anything additional? So this hearing is closed. So we were into old business for public official to comment. Mr. Bonson, anything you'd like to?
Very quickly, this commercial of a personal note. Many of you know I have a very strong connection with the National Park in Ohio. My son and his family are safe. Relocated currently to Charlotte. So, house restored. My son, being a firefighter, went to his firehouse on Saturday and said, "I'm here until it's I'm going to go home." So they're on day 4. It's been really severe station there. Many places no self-service, no electricity, no water, no food, no gas. So keep them in our thoughts. Thank you.
That's exactly right. The devastation down south, some of those areas received almost 3 feet of rain. Can you imagine? I just can't even imagine. So Lisa, any new business?
Just wanted to say that last Thursday afternoon, we had a very successful training with our vendor Fiddler. We had folks from the county, we had attorneys, we had title folks who do searching in our office all come in for that training. And I want to thank Greg Irvine because he was here and on top of things to get us up and running for that training. And I just want to reach out and say thank you to Greg. That was much appreciated. And it was, I thought, a very successful training. And we will continue to offer opportunities as we can.
Good. Brandon. Dr. Brandon.
Earlier today, John reminded me one of the best things that you can do to help people who have been impacted by these traumatic storms is to donate to the Red Cross. So I just want to take a moment to say thank you to the Red Cross for all the work that they do. On Thursday last week, we had our second annual Serving Those Who Serve Summit. Thanks to Lisa for presenting, thanks to Brandon for attending and receiving one of the credits for that course. For the past 2 years, we've had 253 credits for continuing education for realtors, and that's been a very helpful thing for the community. Attended the GFOA conference and taught sessions there. There were more than 550 there in Cincinnati. It was a very good conference with a lot of good, lively discussion about property tax reform. Speaking of property taxes, there are 7 levies on the ballot. November, there are 2 replacement levies, which means that the valuation of the current period is used. There are 2 renewal, which is valuations for the previous period when the levies were first passed, and 3 additional levies. We have fact sheets for all of those. They'll be readily available on our website. Also want to mention as a budget update, yesterday we closed the month of September. Of the $66.2 million we expect for the general fund, we have received $55.3 million. We're a little bit ahead on property taxes as expected, a little bit behind on sales taxes, ahead about 3% on property taxes, behind about 1.5% on sales taxes in terms of the comparison to the estimate. So we're not going to make any changes for that right now. It's actually very positive news. I want to also say thank you to Megan Boland for hatching a fraud scheme, issuance of check fraud screen, and also 2 maps a month this month. Our special request, one was from some folks in Pickerington who wanted us to update the haunted places of Fairfield County, so that has been updated. And we also have the fairgrounds map, which was a request from the Fair Board. We're busily spending time with them as we are preparing for the fair with weights and measures.
Tony. Rick, you always have something to say.
Sure. So last Friday, we celebrated the first cohort of phlebotomy students that went through Ohio University. We had 15 students graduate. It was actually OU got a grant, and they were able to provide these classes for free. 14 of the students passed their certification exam, and we had graduation on Friday to celebrate. 10 students and their families showed up. Thank you, Commissioner Levacy, for being there and sharing your thoughts with them. It meant an awful lot. I got a lot of positive feedback from folks, and it's things like that that really help get word about the Workforce Center. And one of the parents came to me and she said, "Are you doing this again? Because I want to do this next." My daughter kind of inspired me. So these are the cool things that we're getting to see there. Then another cool thing is Eastland Fairfield started their 5G training at the Workforce Center last week. It's the first program that Eastland Fairfield is offering at our Workforce Center. Lots of WIOA funds and things to make this for no cost for these individuals, that it'll teach them to run fiber lines, specifically into Southeast Ohio, as we get more money for broadband across the state. So just some new and different things that we're doing.
So while I was there, I was able to tour the Engineering and Tech Center at the Workforce Center. It's pretty nice. Very nice.
Thank you, John.
John?
Just, thanks to the Sheriff's Office, Fire Department, Walnut Township Fire Department. We didn't have ideal situation on Friday, but we struggled through and got everybody out safe. That's
A lot of mud on the road.
a lot of mud. And to John Miller and the Miller family, I mean, they worked hard to try to make that not a large impact to their neighborhood, even though it is large impact. And they did a lot to keep that event safe for the community.
Something further? Anything from you?
I just wanted to share, October number, this Saturday, October 5th at Fairfield Park is our April 5K to raise funds for our levy.
Commissioner Bexley playing along.
I'm not running, but I'll be there to thank everybody that will run.
So please rise if you're able to join me.
Flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with justice.
There are no announcements.
So approval of minutes for September 24th, 2024.
So moved.
Discussion? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Minutes passed 3-0. From the Commissioners, Resolution 2024-10.1.a, a resolution authorizing the approval of proclamations.
So moved.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis? Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0. Also from the Commissioners, Resolution 2024-10.1.b, a resolution approving a vacation request to vacate a portion of Allen Road in Violet Township.
Motion to place on the table.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
This motion has been tabled. Resolution 2024-10.1.c, a resolution approving a vacation request to vacate a portion of an unimproved public road, Fisher Street, Walnut Township.
Our Commissioners, I move items C, D, E, F, and G.
Discussion? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis? Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0. From Fairfield County Auditor Finance, Resolution 2024-10.1.h, a resolution of conversion of prior year 2022 encumbrance X mode to current year appropriation and appropriated from unappropriated expenditure object category for funds 1001, 2876, 2066, 2060, 5046, 5820, and 5044.
So moved.
Discussion? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis? Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0. From Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities, Resolution 2024-10.1.i, a resolution to approve a reimbursement for share of costs for liability insurance paid to Corsa as a memo expenditure for Fund 2060.
For Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities, I move items I and J.
Discussion? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0. The Fairfield County Board of Elections, Resolution 2024-10.1.k, a resolution to appropriate fund appropriated in a major expenditure object category for Fund 2891, precinct election official training.
So moved.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0. Fairfield County Court of Common Pleas, Resolution 2024-10.1.l, a resolution approving an account-to-account transfer into a major expenditure object category, Fund 1001, Common Pleas Court Administration.
So moved.
Discussion? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis? Commissioner Levesey? Motion passes 3-0. From Fairfield County Domestic Relations Court, Resolution 2024-10.1.m, a resolution authorizing an account-to-account transfer for the adjustment of personal services and contractual services.
So moved.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis? Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0. The Fairfield County Engineer, Resolution 2024-10.1.n, a resolution to schedule an annual Township Trustee meeting.
For Fairfield County Engineer, I move items N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, AA, and BB.
Discussion? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0. From Fairfield County Facilities, Resolution 2024-10.1.cc, a resolution authorizing the approval of a construction agreement and bid award with Spires Paving Company Incorporated.
Under Fairfield County Facilities, I move items CC and DD.
Discussion?
Another paving project under bid this year, so.
Additional discussion?
So on the naming of the place, Sheridan Center, and I don't know if it matters or not, but there is a shopping center in Pickerington called the Sheridan Center already. Don't know if it matters, but
We were aware, but
probably not a conflict.
there was no real historical significance to the property other than what it was. It was either that or the, what was it, a Rex?
Yeah.
And Rex.
And we'll tie Fairfield County into that.
Okay, never mind. Onward.
Additional discussion. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yeah.
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0. From Fairfield County Job and Family Services, Resolution 2024-10.1.e.e. A resolution to approve a memo expense memo receipt for the cost of birth certificate of State of Fairfield County Health Department as a memo expenditure for Fund 2072 Public Children's Services.
Under Fairfield County Job and Family Services, I move items EE and FF.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yeah.
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0. From Lancaster Fairfield Community Action Agency, Resolution 2024-10.1.g.g. A resolution to approve the CFLP Solid Waste District Recycling Services Contract Fourth Quarter 2024 Budget Revision Request.
So moved.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yeah.
Commissioner Levesey?
I'll abstain.
Under motion passes 2-1. Under Regional Planning Commission
It's
Resolution.
actually 2-0.
He abstained. I'm sorry. You're correct.
I'm
Thank you. Under Regional Planning Commission Resolution 2024-10.1.h.h. A resolution to approve an award of bid to Hickory Valley Sod Farm LLC for the CDBG PY 2023 Village of Sugar Grove Rocket Way Sewer Improvement Project.
The Regional Planning Commission, I move items HH and II.
Discussion. Seeing none, roll call, please.
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yeah.
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0. From Fairfield County Transit Resolution 2024-10.1.j.j. A resolution approving to appropriate from unappropriated into a major expense category within a major expenditure category for Grant Fund 2908 for the Ohio Department of Transportation grant.
So moved.
Discussion.
Fairfield Area Regional Transit. Love it.
Additional discussion. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis? Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0. Payment of bills, Resolution 2024-10.1.k.k. A resolution authorizing the approval of payment of invoices for City County Commissioners' approval.
So moved.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Fix? Commissioner Davis? Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0. The next regular meeting is scheduled for October 8th at 9 a.m.
Any additional item to come before the Board of Commissioners at this time? Looking for motion.
Motion to adjourn.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.